All right, you did it. You survived. All those months of pressure, the late nights, the anxiety, the IB exams are finally over. But here's the weird part. Instead of feeling amazing, you might just feel nothing, kinda empty. So let's dive into how to recover from that feeling and, most importantly, without the guilt.
I mean, this is the big question, right? You've crossed the finish line, but it feels like the race is still running inside your head. You expected this huge wave of relief and celebration, but all you got was a tidal wave of exhaustion. If that sounds like you, you're in exactly the right place.
So first things first, let's try to understand this feeling, this post-exam paradox. It's a really confusing place to be, but believe it or not, it has a name. And just putting a name to what you're going through, that's the very first step to actually feeling better.
What you're likely experiencing is IB burnout. And I want you to notice the wording here. It's not a mood, it's a state of exhaustion. This is a real, legitimate condition that happens when your system has been under way too much stress for way too long. It's not just in your head, it's real.
Do any of these hit home for you? That deep in your bones kind of tired that no amount of sleep can seem to fix? Or maybe you find yourself snapping at people and you don't even know why. Or you've just lost interest in everything, even stuff you used to love. Kind of like you're watching your own life from a distance. These are the classic signs that your brain and body have been pushed way past their limits. So, this is absolutely crucial. Before you can fix it, you have to admit that it's real. Trying to just push through it or pretend you're fine, that's just going to make it last longer. Saying the words, "Okay, I am burnt out," isn't a sign of weakness. It's the first sign of strength, and it's the start of your recovery.
Now, let's tackle the single biggest thing that stops people from getting better: guilt. In this next part, we are going to completely dismantle the myth that being burnt out is the same thing as being lazy. They are not the same thing, not even close.
Just look at this breakdown. It couldn't be clearer. Laziness is about a choice, maybe a lack of will. Burnout, that's a physiological state. It is your brain's safety switch flipping on, literally screaming enough. It's a biological need for deep recovery, not some kind of moral failing. Your body isn't being lazy, it's trying to protect you.
Okay, so now that we've got our heads in the right space, let's get practical. It is time to talk about the actual, concrete steps you can take to get your energy back. This is your official guilt-free recovery plan.
We're going to walk through this super simple 4-step path. We've already nailed step 1, recognize. So now we're going to look at what it means to truly rest, reflect, and then rebuild your motivation in a way that actually lasts. Step 2 is all about resting like you mean it. And real rest isn't just about sleeping in. It's about turning off that performance mode that's always running in the background. It means actively, intentionally disconnecting. I'm talking a full day with zero academic thoughts. Maybe go completely offline for 24 hours. Just take a quiet walk with no goal in mind. The whole point is to do things without any pressure to be productive.
I want you to look at this quote and just burn it into your brain. Every single moment you spend doing nothing, truly resting, you are not wasting time. You are refueling. Think about it. A car can't run on an empty tank. Well, your brain can't run on empty either. Rest is a productive and totally necessary activity.
Okay, so once you've given yourself some real space to breathe, it's time for step 3, a little bit of gentle reflection. No judgment, just what got you here in the first place? Was it that insane pressure to be perfect? Did you take on way too many commitments? Or maybe it was the stress of cramming everything in at the last minute. Just identifying the main cause is so powerful, because that's how you stop it from happening all over again.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most important section. We've rested, we've reflected, so how do we start moving forward again without just falling right back into that same burnout trap? Let's talk about it.
The number one rule for rebuilding is this: momentum is more important than intensity. The goal is not to jump straight back into 8-hour study sessions. That is a one-way ticket to relapse city. The goal is to start small, build a little consistency, and let that momentum carry you.
So what does starting small actually look like? It looks easy. It looks manageable. Maybe it's just 30 minutes of light reading on a topic you're actually curious about. Or spending 10 minutes journaling to get the thoughts out of your head. Or maybe you just pick one single focused task for the day. And when you get it done, that's a win. Small wins are what rebuilds your confidence and your energy.
And hey, you do not have to do this all on your own. There are some great tools out there to help you stick with this new, more balanced approach.
You could use an app like Study IB to help plan schedules that actually have breaks in them. And you can connect with other students who are going through the exact same thing on Discord to share tips and just get some support.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Moving forward, the real challenge here and the real opportunity is to completely change your relationship with work and with rest. Real productivity includes refueling. It includes quiet time. It includes balance. So the question is, how are you going to redefine productivity for yourself? Not just for next semester, but for your life.